Mit Zimmer bin da drüben, dass ich die Antwort dann diktiere. Mit mir, keine Nacht, hier so lang. Das ist wienerisch, nicht?
Ja.
Und der Frosch in die Fledermaus, der Frosch, alles ist auf wienerisch.
Ja.
Die ist das, was sie schläft, besoffen ist vielleicht. I understand German, I speak it, I sing it, but I never learned it. And the grammar is very complicated, you know. And you have der Rhein und die Elbe und das Weib and so on. It's extremely complicated language. I love music, and I love all kinds of music. And for me, there are so many wonderful, great composers, but for me, Beethoven is God.
How come?
Because I've been in the room he was born in Bonn. And here was a man who composed some of the greatest music ever written, and probably the most famous song ever written in the 9th Symphonie. You know, the Freude, schöne Götterfunken, Tochter aus Elysium. I mean, this is world famous, the tune. And you have to understand that all these wonderful symphonies, sonatas, and one opera, Fidelio, and all this was written by a man who couldn't hear anything. And the story is that when he performed the Nummer 9, everybody went crazy in the audience, the public. And the number one violin had to take him and turn him round so you could see. I think it's a very sad story. You see, I've sung opera, I've not whole operas, I've made records, opera in 5 languages. Then I did country music, western, things like that. And then I did symphonic metal. That was the first Karl der Große, Charlemagne. That was called The Sword and the Cross. And the second one has just come out. It's called The Omens of Death, and that is heavy metal. So I think I've done just about everything possible in the musical world, except I can't play any instrument.
You have a world record in 275 films, I suppose.
I don't know what the number is.
You stopped counting?
At least, yes, I did stop counting, yes.
Is that something that makes
Somebody said nearly 300, I don't know. It's certainly between that number and 300. But you have to understand we're talking about credits. Do you understand what that means? That means appearances in front of a camera. So it could be a documentary, it could be half-hour television, black and white, it could be anything. It's appearances in front of a camera. Actually appearing in a film at my age, I think, of course I can, but I have to be sitting down or standing up. I can't do a lot of walking.
Why do you still come to all these events? Why do you still face journalists? I mean, it's hard work.
Well, no, it doesn't bother me, you know. I've done it all over the world. And it's very difficult for me to say anything new. There was a very famous British conductor, orchestral conductor, called Sir Thomas Beecham, long time ago. You wouldn't know the name. He was very famous, and he said one should do everything in life except incest and folk dancing.